What is up, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are starting on the construction of a brand new habitat right here at my zoo. And in order to do that, we're going to have to drill a well, pick out the material, and have our tiki guys back over setting poles and trenching so we can build the perfect enclosure for Orkin the anteater. Not only are we building this new space, but we're opening up some new merch. We're finishing off the landscaping in the front of my house, and we're hanging out with Theo and Alfie, my capuchin monkeys. Come along on today's adventure and see how we build this new exhibit. Alrighty guys, before we go any further today, I've got a really cool unboxing for all of you guys, and I've already thought of a million ways that this is gonna make my life easier here at the zoo, and that is the One Is All Tasty D1 cat feeder. I first saw this over at Hannah's house. I was like, what the heck is this thing? And Hannah told me that this was a cordless cat feeder that you can set to go off whenever, which means you can have it set up to feed your cats and literally have this thing go off. So I knew immediately when I saw it that I had to have one and try it out for myself. And today we're gonna be doing just that. And this feeder is designed with a super simple dial setup. There's no complicated buttons, no confusing menus, and all you have to do is choose the meal, set the time, pick the portion, save, and that's it. And I can set everything in seconds. So whether I'm feeding my jaguar or working on a new enclosure, I have peace of mind knowing my animals are being fed. And although this product is wired, I actually prefer its wireless mode. With the built-in battery, I can place it wherever I want. Like right here on the couch. And right here on the kitchen counter. And one of my favorite features about this feeder is it comes with these stainless steel holes, which means not only are they sturdy, but they're also dishwasher safe. And one of my favorite things about this feeder is how you can feed multiple kittens at once. And after using it for the past week, I can honestly say it has given me way more peace of mind. The Tasty D1 keeps feeding simple, reliable, and stress-free. So if you want the same peace of mind knowing your pets are always fed, well, all you have to do is click the link in my description because Black Friday is about to begin. Click to follow and get ready for the November 1st price drop. Trust me, this is gonna be your pet's new favorite gadget. Alrighty guys, we are starting today's video off with an insane merch unboxing. This is just one of many boxes of merchandise that is coming for the Scales Reptile Expo this Saturday and Sunday, October 18th and 19th. Come and meet me, take a photo with me. We're gonna be signing autographs. We're gonna have turtles and tortoises and iguanas for sale. We're also gonna have merch. So right in here, this is just some of the merch that we have. I saw you guys last year at the show. We had hundreds of people show up. It was an absolute blast. And we've got some hoodies just in time for winter. So we're gonna start off opening this incredible green hoodie. I've only had the black ones. I've never seen these in person before. After making these hoodies for over a year, I've never seen these. So look at this right here. Oh, this is kind of stuck in here. We have got these awesome green hoodies right here, which this might be my new personal favorite hoodie. We got the olive with the black, and we've also got some blue ones. So let's make sure we get a large. We got a small, we've got a large. Now we're gonna open up our royal blue, which again, I've never seen these in person. I've only had them on the website for over a year now, but we've only had the black ones. So we're gonna have royal blue as well as green ones. I think we're gonna have some other colors, but we're still waiting on the packages. So if you guys want hoodies and you want hats, we're gonna have all of this Saturday and Sunday at the Scales Reptile Expo. And yes, guys, I have dyed my hair. I've had a lot of comments and people asking me, Jacob, what did you do to your hair? And now you're gonna get the final reveal. It's a little bit crazy right now, but yes, we went blonde. When I was younger, I used to be bleach blonde. And now we're gonna try on hoodie number one. Hannah, which one do you like better? I don't know, they're both pretty sick.
Yeah, but I'm kind of leaning towards the blue.
I know, we got the blue hoodie, which is sick. And now we're gonna try on the green one. Honestly, I like all of these hoodies. All right, let's try it on right here. Oof, I like both. They're both good. Look at that. We got green and we've got blue. There we go, guys. We are out with the old and in with the new. Just like that, this thing is out of the ground. It was only in here for about 2 weeks, so it was really easy to just pop it right out of the ground, and our hole is already dug, so it's ready for our new canary palm. There we go, baby. So right now we gotta get all of the plastic off of the root ball. It's very important that we protect this root ball and keep the plant very hydrated and moist for like the next couple months until it is down. Oh, they just destroyed my tree. And just like that, our palm tree is in, and it is looking so good. So before we actually cut the leaves, we're letting it kind of establish for a few days. We may actually spin the palm tree around because when they were putting it in, they actually damaged it. So this like whole side right here kind of has a scar. So I'd like to turn it and face that this way. Not that anyone is gonna notice it, but just my OCD, like I have to move it. But this is the grand vision for the palm tree, a beautiful canary palm. All of our landscaping around the tikis is looking great. We put in the dreadlock crotons. I think I showed you guys this, but if I didn't, here they are. And I'm gonna show you what they're gonna turn into. So we got beautiful dreadlock crotons, which are gonna grow. They're gonna grow pretty tall. They're gonna look great. We did it on this side. Before we had like this dwarf bougainvillea, which did not do well. We've got new mulch because we're gonna be mulching everything out. Just like we did over here. You can see we mulched all around the ponytail palm, which is beautiful. And what else do we got here? We've got all kinds of cool stuff. This is our encounter tiki, so when you guys come on a tour, you guys will check in here. We do a lot of our animal encounters. We just cut our feather grass and we put new mulch in here, which looks great. We added this in here, which was not here previously. And then we just remulched right here, which looks great. So we don't have any weeds growing in here. We like to use the pine bark. And we just remulched our crotons over here. So we pulled all the weeds out, added new mulch. We had a bunch of these plants, but they got trampled. And that is what's going on with our landscaping. Alrighty folks, the day is here and we are finally starting on Orkin's new enclosure. We have this new enclosure completely mapped out. It's gonna be 16 feet long, 16 feet wide, 12 feet tall. We're doing double door entries, we're doing lockouts, and we're also giving him a watering hole. So we got the guys over here from Pozo's Wells today, and we're getting ready to dig probably about, I don't know how deep we're going. I think we're going like, how deep are we going? 30 feet down? 40 feet? All right, the guys are busy right now, but basically what's going on is we are setting up this giant drill, a drill powerful enough to go down into the limestone rock so we can actually bring water up and to drain Orkin's pond. The watering hole is maybe only gonna be 3 feet by 3 feet, but in order to do this, we're gonna need to dig a well down. Otherwise, we're gonna have to just stick with a normal watering trough. But Orkin loves to poop in his water, so we wanted to give him like a really cool water feature. Instead of using water troughs, we want to do everything kind of like ours with like a nice natural water feature, and that's exactly what we're doing today. So first step was mapping out the entire exhibit. So all the flags that you see here are where we're going to be setting poles. This is going to be like our double door entry and lockout area. And then in just a little bit, we're going to be heading over to Robbie's feed to get all of our material, all of the wood, to build the exhibit. So it's going to look something like this. This is 24 by 16, but we're gonna make it about 8 feet shorter, so it's gonna be 16 by 16. Now this is only 10 feet tall. We're going another 2 feet to make it 12. So for today's monkey breakfast, we have got some hard-boiled eggs for the adorable capuchins. Here guys, come over here. Come get your eggs. Come get them, come get the eggs. We got one for Alf, and we've got one for Theo. Here, take that, baby. Take that egg. So Theo is going to crush the egg, even though she doesn't need to crush it because we already cut it open, but oh my goodness, what's going on? What do you see, Alf? Look, do you like the egg? So the monkey's favorite part of the egg happens to be the yolk. They do like the egg white, but their favorite is definitely that yellow yolk. As you can see, Alfie's loving it. And it is safe to say my two baby monkeys are loving the eggs. So now that we got about 5 feet into the ground, we're actually adding these extensions on because we're going about 25 to 30 feet down into the ground. So we're just trying to add the thread on right there, and we're gonna add this one, and then we're gonna continue adding these extensions on. These are all extensions, so we can go really deep down into the ground. It's super cool getting to do this stuff here. Again, we got this solid limestone rock. Really hard to hear. That's what we're doing. So now we're going back down. Once we go down, then we're gonna add another extension until we're 30 feet deep. Oh, would you look at that? The well is done, so we actually sleeved the well right there so we can clean it out. The guys are gone, and part one of Orkin's enclosure is complete. So now we're gonna head in the truck, we're gonna grab the trailer. My dad is actually on the way, and we're gonna head over to the store and pick out our wood. So we made it to the wood yard, and we've been picking out all of the wood that we need for this anteater enclosure. So the first set of wood that we picked out are the pieces that our roof panels are gonna lay on. So we went with 12-foot long, 3-inch post wood, because we're actually going to be doing a 12-foot roof along the entire enclosure. So right now we're gonna lower the wood down right now. Let's go, let's go. There we go. Nice. All right, so we're getting the wood for the monkey tunnels because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using these 3 post woods as the 3 vertical poles that our 3 tunnels are going to rest on. Woo! Slowly but surely we are filling up the trailer, and now the most important pieces of wood. We're getting all of the vertical upright pieces of wood for for this anteater enclosure. So right now, Ernie is on the tractor and he's actually pulling out all the wood so we can pick out the best possible straightest pieces. Ernie's actually been helping us for probably the past 5 years every time we come here to Robbie's feed to get wood. So right now, Ernie's pulling out all of the wood. We need 9 of these pieces right here. And it actually looks like it's gonna be pretty easy. It looks like most of them are good. We spent probably 30 minutes picking out 5 pieces of wood on the last pile because we're just so picky. We want everything to be as perfect as possible, even though perfect doesn't exist in this world. We're looking for thick and straight. That's the goal. We got Ernie, we got the man, the myth, the legend. Loading our wood. Do we need help? Let's see if Dad can do it. Yes! I feel bad, I'm just supervising this situation, but I think he's got it under control.
Push that.
This? Yeah, we don't care for it, but it's fine. Is that a vertical?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. 6 more, baby. 6 more on the trailer. Let's go. Some of our final pieces of wood for the day.
Oh, board. Board.
Now? All right, now we go. Just like that. Good morning, my beautiful people. It is a bright, sunny day, and we are finally getting started on Orkin, the anteater's enclosure. We got the material. We've got the guys here, and they are mapping out the enclosure so we can start drilling holes and also trenching for the wire. Because Orkin is an anteater and these are expert diggers, we've actually got to put a trench in the border of the enclosure so we can actually put wire about a foot down so he doesn't dig out. Now we have solid limestone here, and we got the guys from Island Tiki Hut here today. And look at this. This is like the ultimate chainsaw of all chainsaws. This is on the end of the skid steer right now. Look at this thing. This thing is insane looking. This is like the craziest bit ever. But in order to go through the limestone rock right here in South Florida, we have to use this insane blade. What do you think about this, Loki? This is crazy looking. Loki's a little bit scared because this thing looks crazy aggressive. So we're gonna be using this to actually trench to set the wire into the ground. And then we're gonna be using this auger bit right here to actually drill each hole. You can see we've got all these pink flags. And wherever there's a pink flag, that is where we're gonna be putting a pole straight down, 4 feet down, and then it's gonna be 12 feet up. And right now the guys are hooking up the auger bit to the skid steer right now. So we're hooked up, and now we can actually use this to drill the holes. And just like that, we've got our first 4-foot hole done, and we're gonna be setting the post 4 feet into the ground because we do have hurricanes here in South Florida, so we do have to set the poles deep into the ground so we make sure they actually don't fall over. And then right here, that's like concrete there. Right? That's like concrete.
Yeah.
Why is there concrete there? That's where the post for the old fence was. Oh. Before we moved in, there was a fence that bordered this whole area, and it just so happens we want to put a pole right where the concrete is. And just like that, we've got pretty much every single hole augered out. We got actually 14 holes in total, and as you can see, they go down about 4 feet, so we don't want to fall in there. That's why we got the dogs away. Number 1, because we've got heavy equipment, and number 2, we don't want them to fall in there and break a leg. And we're just actually finishing off, I think, the last final holes here. So they're starting them off by hand. This is gonna be where our double door and our lockout entries are gonna be. So the guys are crushing it. So today we're hoping to have all the poles set and start building the framing, and maybe we'll get to hang some wire. And right now the guys just arrived with some bags of concrete. So we're going to open it up right now. These are the concrete bags that we're gonna be using on all of our vertical poles, so they are nice and secure. Well guys, we just realized that our ISO on the camera was set to 32,000, which means all the footage before this is gonna look grainy. I just realized it was not longer set to auto, so unfortunately some of the footage might not look the best, but nonetheless, we're getting the cage done. All right, here we go. We're using the trencher. This is crazy. This thing looks like something out of a video game. Look at this thing. Insane. This is gonna completely eat up all that limestone rock and give us a nice trench. So you can see that they've already done right here on this side of the enclosure. Oh, this is crazy. This is so sick watching this. It's crazy that all of this is happening right here in the backyard. These guys are crushing it. All right, so we got the first pole in the ground, and now we got the second. These guys are absolute beasts. We got the Island Tiki Hut guys here. They're gonna pick up these 16-foot long poles just on 2 guys on the back of their shoulders. So typically they actually hook up the machine to move these poles, but today we're just doing it by hand. And if you think this is crazy, these guys have done this with 25-foot long poles over their shoulders. So we're gonna get our second pole in. I think that's gonna go right over there. There we go. This enclosure is gonna be 12 feet tall, so these are gonna be our second tallest enclosures. The one that we have over there is 10 foot tall, but we decided for Orkin, we're gonna go 12 feet. I think they might be doing all the corners first. I think that's what they're doing. They're doing all 4 corners. Okay, there we go. We got our third post in. So now we're getting our 4th and final pole, which this is gonna make up the 4 corners of our new habitat right here. So you guys can now finally see the blueprint and kind of like the layout of how this enclosure is gonna be. Here we go, we're getting it in. 1, 2, all right, there we go. Just like this. So this is the 4 corners of the enclosure. We're also gonna have some poles in the center because this is 16 feet. We're gonna have 0, 8, 16. So there's gonna be another post right here in the center. But this right here is basically what the enclosure is gonna look like. All right, we got the boys taking lunch right now, and we have got our first pole set in the ground. So we're using the bobcat and the auger to actually hold it up and in place. And we've got a bag of concrete. So this is our fast curing 80-pound concrete, so we can make sure these poles are nice and secure. And we've got our 4 poles in. Now we're still gonna have to add 1, 2, 3, 4, because we've got our double door entries. We've also got our lockouts here. So we've got 4 poles set, and we've got 10 more to go. Alrighty guys, we're getting a little post-lunch update now. We're not moving as fast as I'd like, but the guys are making sure everything is perfect here. So we've got 3 poles in the back set, and it looks like we've got this pole set, and now we're working on this one right here. I think we got concrete in there. Let's see. Yeah, looking good. So we got that, and then we've also got our level line to make sure everything is lined up perfectly. You could set these poles, but if you don't have everything lined up perfectly with a string, like you guys see right here, then you don't know if it's all perfectly. If it's off by even a couple of inches either way, the wire's not gonna sit right. It's gonna look wonky, it's gonna look weird. So that's why we got this line right here to make sure everything is perfect. Would you look at that, guys? We have got all of our poles pretty much set in place. So we've got all of our perimeter poles. Now we've got our center pole. This is going to act as our vertical pole, so we can have a feeding station in the center so we can attach perching and platforms. But this enclosure is looking incredible. And now that I see this, we may even move the black and white lemurs in here instead of working the anteater. We're not entirely sure. We're gonna test it out. We'll definitely throw the lemurs in here to see how they like it. But this is our new exhibit right here at the zoo. Everything is completely trenched out so we can sink that wire in. So if we do put the anteater in here, he's not gonna dig out. Everything is concreted, and Caesar and the crew have done a great job. You're crushing it. It's looking good.
Yeah.
Is it set? Yeah. You can get your tickets for the show down below, and make sure to use my code JACOB10 so you guys get 10% off your tickets. And if you guys are not yet subscribed yet to me and you want to see us complete this build, well, all you have to do is go right now and subscribe below.